From the loss of Newcastle, Arsenal are back at the Emirates in the Premier League. Remember, they last played at the Emirates in the Premier League when they beat the side of Sheffield by 5-0. Again, they come again to obviously host another side that is seated on the bottom of the Premier League table, that is Burnley. You know, they're into the relegation zone and they're obviously going to face off down at the Emirates. And when you look at the Premier League table, Burnley is 19th, you know. They are second bottom and Sheffield is the first bottom onto the table. So Arsenal went ahead to put 5 past Sheffield, the last Premier League game they played at the Emirates, and it was 5-0 in favour of Arsenal, as the likes of Nketiah went ahead to obviously score a hat-trick and obviously made lots of things happen, and things were really doing better and better and better at the club of Arsenal. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavour to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having a fantastic stay everywhere you are. This is the channel that brings you your latest news and information, and we are into the match preview. Arsenal versus Burnley, 6 p.m. tomorrow. That's when the game of football is obviously going to be played at the Emirates, and all is hate. And for Burnley, they're really having a very ugly run. Why are they really having an ugly run? They've gone ahead to play 11 games. They've won 1, drawn 1, and lost 9. That is really one of the moments you need to know. And when we go into the facts of this game, most of you are obviously going to get really perturbed and really get to know that this is the game that Arsenal is supposed to win. Remember, Man City is playing on Sunday. You know, Tottenham Hotspur is playing the early kickstarter. So Arsenal will know the result of Tottenham Hotspur as they play away at Wolverhampton Wanderers. If at all they happen to lose any points, then Arsenal might go on and obviously be topping the table until Sunday. That is it. So Arsenal has to win, but before they play, they will already have gone ahead to know the early kickstarter, Tottenham versus Wolverhampton Wanderers, and who the winner is gonna be into that beautiful fixture of Spurs being hosted by Wolverhampton Wanderers. But Burnley have been really looking very, very ugly. If at all you've gone ahead to see them, I want to really bring you how they've been performing ever since the season really started while playing away from home. Now, their first game, they hosted Man City. They lost by 3-0. Now, let me talk about the games they've gone ahead to play away, because that was one they obviously played at home. Their first game they played at home, they lost to Aston Villa 3-1. Then they went ahead to host Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs annihilated them with the result of 2 goals to Burnley and 5 to Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, sorry, we are talking about the games they've gone ahead to play away. Their first away game this season, they played against Nottingham Forest and they beat that was in the Carabao Cup. I wanted the Premier League. All right, Nottingham Forest 1-1. Then they played away at Newcastle 2-0. They played away at Luton Town and beat Luton Town by 2-1. So they've gone ahead to beat Luton Town. That's the only team they've gone ahead to beat, and they've gone ahead to draw away at Nottingham Forest. Chelsea beat them by 4-1. Then, no, not Chelsea. That was a game they played at home. Chelsea beat them at home. Then Brentford beat them by 3-0. That is it. Bournemouth beat them by 2-1. So those are the games they've gone ahead to play away from home, meaning that most of the games they've gone ahead to play, they've played them at home. So they come in at Arsenal to obviously see whether they can obviously get a point, all points, all shock Arsenal, but I don't anticipate that that is going to happen. When you look at Arsenal at the Emirates, they haven't gone ahead to lose any game this season. And the worst they've gone ahead to do is a draw against Fulham and a draw against Tottenham Hotspur. That is it. But the rest of the game, they've beat Manchester, they beat Sheffield, they beat Man City 1-0, they beat Man United 3-1, they beat Nottingham Forest. Which other team have they gone ahead to beat at home? What's the team? The other teams have gone ahead to play at Emirates, have gone ahead to beat them hands down. That is Arsenal for you. When you look at this side of Arsenal, we know that Thomas Partey, Julian Timber, and Emily Smith-Rowe are 100% ruled out. That is it. They're 100% ruled out. They are not going to be in action tomorrow. But Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus, Edin Nketiah, Tomiyasu, those 5 players are really up for a run, you know, against the clock as far as their fitness levels are really concerned. So that's exactly what's happening at the side of Arsenal. So when you look at the side of Burnley, who don't they have is out, you know? So they're having Manuel Benson is having an ankle injury, Aaron Ramsey is having a knock, Michel Obafemi hamstring injury, Amen Al-Dakir is having a knock, and Lee Foster is absent due to mental health reasons. That is the side of Burnley. Who coaches Burnley? Vincent Kompany, who was managed by Mikel Arteta at Manchester City, and who manages Arsenal. That's known. It's written all over the wall. It's an open book. That is all about Mikel Arteta. And let's go into the predicted starting 11 as far as Arsenal is versing this side. And it's all gonna be about one thing. That's all about the game of football at the Emirates. System, it's 4-3-3 for the side of Arsenal. And it's no doubt that we know that it's a must-win game for Arsenal. And if there is a game that is obviously going to pain Arsenal fans, if at all they lose it, it's going to be this one, because they are playing a team lying second bottom on the table. Who is the goalkeeper going to start? David Raya. No question about that. We didn't even argue about that. Right back, you expect Benjamin White to come in the field, play as a right back in there for you at the Emirates. And he is really mastering the art, but everyone is asking himself, why is it that he's not being considered by the manager of England to come in through and really play a part into the national team role? Then, when you look at the left back with Tomiyasu walking off the field of play after feeling a certain discomfort in his legs, Mikel Arteta will go for Zinchenko, I think. He'll play Zinchenko because Zinchenko can obviously play well when they are playing the side of Burnley. And central defense, it's obviously known. It's William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. Though to me, I'm really having an instinct in me telling me that maybe Arteta is going to start. Jakub Kiwior alongside William Saliba, as Gabriel Magalhaes is obviously going to head to the Brazilian national team. We all know that. And when he's playing that side, he travels a lot, so he might obviously put him on the bench and get in Jakub Kiwior to start, because Jakub Kiwior played against Sheffield and Jakub Kiwior went ahead to play against West Ham. Even in the game of Sevilla, he came in through and really got some minutes. So we wait and see whether tomorrow he might be given a chance to start, because these are the kind of games where I would love to see him really start. Then we obviously have lots of things coming in through. We go to the midfield. Who is obviously going to start? With Thomas Partey away, Odegaard fighting to see to it that he obviously is past fit to play to this beautiful fixture. We really have the following. I think it's Jorginho coming into the CDM area as they played against Sevilla, Sheffield, Man City, and very many other games. So we expect him to be playing into that role as a CDM, and he went ahead to obviously do what we call a secondary assist that was beautiful, as Arsenal beat Sevilla by 2-0. And remember that first goal, the line-breaking pass came in through in the middle of the park, and it was orchestrated by Jorginho. We go to the other midfielder. Obviously, I really believe that's going to be Kai Havertz playing into that Martin Odegaard role. See to it that everything goes on as planned here onto our beautiful channel, that is the Rokani Media Football. Kai Havertz, people have gone ahead to criticize him a lot, but I believe he's really one of those players that has gone ahead to come good. When you see how he's playing lately, it shows you that he's getting better and better as a player at the club of Arsenal. And I hope you guys are really ready and you all know exactly what this is all about. And Kai Havertz, to me, he's coming good. Declan Rice, I think, is going to play as a number 8. That is it, because Arteta won't take any risk. You know, one will say, why doesn't Arteta really play Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, and maybe Fabio Vieira in the midfield? I don't think that he's ready to take a risk. That is it. He's not ready to take a risk, and that's why I believe he's going to obviously take it on to where it deserves to be, and that's going to be his midfield three, because he would love to go into international break when he's going to hit to win this game, such that he closes in at all teams that might lose points, you know, in the games they're playing. Man City is going to be playing against Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge, so you don't know what's going to happen there in that fixture. Then Tottenham Hotspur is going to be playing away at Wolverhampton Wanderers with close to 5 players out. So it shows you exactly how things might obviously turn out to be bloody. So Arsenal has to capitalize onto this chance and obviously win their game. Right forward, I expect Bukayo Saka to be available. Saka is obviously going to be one of the players to play as the right forward. Then left forward, Gabriel Martinelli, no worries about it. And with Gabriel Jesus and Edin Nketiah doubtful, though we expect them to be part of the squad of Arsenal, we anticipate that it's going to be Leandro Trossard leading the line. That is it. So let's wait and see how that really goes into consideration. But the Burnley side is really having a very weakened side with injuries, but you never know which players are always going to come in through and really do the needful. But they're having Serge Badge is really a very good midfielder. They're having Brownhill is good, Amdouni is good, and Vitinho, who plays as a right back, is also good. So Arsenal needs to obviously observe that a lot. Now, before I give you my prediction and how I think this game is going to end, allow me go into what we call the head-to-head given to us by Google. The first one, having won 10 of their first 11 Premier League games against Burnley and 1 draw, Arsenal have won just 1 of their last 5 against the Clarets. So it has not been some good run, but I believe Arsenal will obviously put them to bed. Then secondly, Burnley are unbeaten in their last 2 away games against Arsenal, 1 win and 1 draw, having lost 9 consecutive visits in all competitions between 1975 and 2019. So that's another stat that you need obviously to put into your head very well. Then Burnley have scored just 8 goals in their 16 Premier League meetings with Arsenal, and never more than once in a match. No side has ever faced an opponent more without scoring 2+ goals in a competition. Wigan against both Fulham and Man United, also 16. So they don't score very many goals when they face Arsenal. That is it. So if that's the case, obviously we will wait and see how things really pan on. Then Arsenal lost and failed to score for the first time in the Premier League this season. Last time out against Newcastle, managing just 1 shot on target all game. However, they are unbeaten in their last 37 home league games against the promoted side. So Arsenal have 32 wins against the Premier League promoted sides and 5 draws. That is Arsenal for you. So each of Burnley's last 8 points in the Premier League have been won away from home. However, they are winless in 7 games in London in competition. 4 draws, 3 losses since a 2-0 win at Fulham in May 2021. So when you look at that, it shows you that Burnley doesn't have a chance to obviously get a result. Trust me. And Arsenal is going to put up a show at the Emirates. So what is my prediction? Arsenal 3, Burnley 0. And I think they're going to keep a clean sheet. Right. So what should Arsenal have to do? When you're playing teams like Burnley, you don't allow them to grow into the game without you scoring them. Because when they come in at your stadium, all they will be thinking about will be, this is a big team. But every time a big team does not impose its force and strength onto this team, that team ceases to be strong, and the mentality of these players gets to grow that we can obviously get a lead, or we can obviously park the bus and obviously get to where we want to be. But the beauty of Burnley, they don't park the bus. They don't park the bus, and they play what we call an open game. And when you go to the Emirates and play an open game, it's like we're giving Arsenal an easy work to do. You saw to it that Sevilla came in through and they had spaces, you know, and the moment Arsenal did some quick passing, they obviously went past them. And Arteta also knows it that Company is not going to park the bus. He's going to come at full pelt to obviously face them. But as you know, nothing is going to stop anyone from really doing what they're supposed to do at that stadium, especially when it comes to Arsenal. So Arsenal has to score fast, and if they can get that first half by 3-0, it will be better for them to see to it that they really kill off the pace. So Thank you very much for watching through. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. So as it stands, it's what I've gone ahead to predict. You can as well tell me what your predicted lineup should be looking like according to you, and here we sign out as you guys know. But my prediction is 3-0 for the club of Arsenal, but it can even go worse for the side of Burnley if they play an open game like that. It's going to be a very good game for the purists, so tomorrow endeavor to watch. So I sign out for now. See you later. May the living to God bless you. Abana Rokani, David remains my name, and the Muslims Barak Lau Fikum. I'm out.